Hello and welcome. You are live with me, Geetu Moza, and today we will be discussing about the very attractive retirement scheme, the National Pension Scheme. I'll help you in resolving your queries on NPS and how you can save tax through NPS under different income tax sections. The central government implemented NPS on January 1st, 2004, and all the states adopted NPS for their employees. Earlier, this scheme was just available for the government employees, but however, now the government has made it open to all the people. Any Indian citizen can take advantage of this new pension scheme cum investment scheme for old age security. To discuss what exactly is NPS and how it works towards the benefit of an individual, joining me now is Mr. Rahul Bhagat, Senior Vice President and Business Head, ICICI Prudential Pension Funds. Welcome, Mr. Bhagat.
Hi, thank you.
Mr. Bhagat, NPS as a product has been gaining a lot of interest from investors, a good traction. How does it work and what exactly is NPS?
Yes, NPS is definitely getting a lot of traction. First of all, I'll like to thank all the viewers, before I start questioning and who are live with us today. Thank you for your time, really appreciate. Yes, NPS is gaining a lot of traction, mainly because of the simplicity of the product and the benefit it offers. To give you the background, NPS was actually launched for the government sector employees who joined the service, the government service, both central government and state government service, post 2004. Mm-hmm. And lately, the government also offered this to all citizens of India. So any citizen of India can actually, when they want to plan for their retirement, they can actually invest in NPS and start planning towards the retirement. It also offers a lot of tax benefits, which I think we'll discuss during a discussion. Mm-hmm. And the part is, this is a well-regulated scheme. So any individual who from 18 years to 70 years can become part of NPS. It's very regulated. It's regulated by PFRDA, which is the Pension Fund and Development Regulatory Authority.
Okay.
So that's broadly on NPS and why it was started and a bit on the history.
Mr. Bhagat, why should one invest in NPS while you have so many other options to really, multiply your money for your retirement?
Yes. Very valid question. First of all, NPS, that is National Pension System, is the only product available to the citizens of India. It's a regulated product and it's specifically there for creating a corpus towards your pension. As today, more and more people are moving towards nuclear families. We are not joint families. We are getting away from our, close-knit families. We are not into, joint structures. So given the, challenges we all have in life today, it's very critical that we all start planning for our retirement, which very few people in India do. So this product helps you do that. And as it says, it's a national pension system. It is towards creating a corpus, which is for your retirement. It offers, the product is very simple. It offers a lot of flexibility. It gives you tax benefits. And given the advantage and also from the cost point of view, it is a very, very low cost product. The fund management charges are even less than direct mutual fund if you're looking from that perspective.
Okay.
So, and it offers a lot of flexibility. This product is not only for retirement, but you can also use this product to save for any purpose, any goal in life. So we will talk about in tier 1 and tier 2 as we go further. And I will elaborate on how you can not just save taxes and plan for retirement, and how you can also use this product to plan for savings through this product.
Very well said, Mr. Bhagat. Tax saving is something which everybody looks forward to. What kind of tax benefits are available under NPS?
Yes, multiple tax benefits. First, I will talk about individuals. Individuals can actually save tax up to 2 lakh rupees, 1.5 lakh in ATC. And above, there's a separate window of ATCCD 1B. You can invest 50,000 rupees separately into NPS, and this window is only available for customers who are investing in NPS. There's one more window if you are employed, and if your employer chooses to invest in NPS on behalf of you, you get additional tax benefit up to 10% of your basic salary, which is significant. So 2 lakhs as individual customer and additional tax saving up to 10% of your basic salary through employer. So this is the window under which you can save taxes.
Mr. Bhagat, it would be very helpful if you can give an example, taking a salary of say 50,000 per month, what is the kind of tax saving that guy will do?
Sure, definitely. So if you look at a basic salary of 50,000 rupees for an individual, it comes to 6 lakh rupees on an annual basis. 12 months, 12 into 5 is 6 lakhs, 50 is 6 lakhs. So from employers, I'll first talk about individual. So he can save 1.5 lakhs from that 6 lakhs in NPS under 80, additional 50,000 in ATCCD 1B, so that makes it to 2 lakhs. And if his employer is contributing towards NPS up to 10% of the basic salary, so another 60,000 rupees, that is 10% of 6 lakhs is 60,000 rupees. So that goes and he can save tax on that as well. So total, given the example you chose, if a person has a basic salary of 50,000 rupees, how much tax he'll save? He can end up saving 2,60,000 rupees by investing in NPS.
That's great. NPS can help in a lot of tax saving, but where does this contribution that we make get invested? And do I have a choice in that?
Yes, definitely. So when you're investing in NPS, you choose a fund manager, and the fund manager has a choice. You have a choice to invest in 4 different asset classes. So these asset classes are, we call it ECGNA, equity, corporate bonds, government securities, and alternate assets. Equity are definitely risky assets. So you can invest maximum up to 75% into equity. Balance, corporate bonds and government securities are debt instruments. You can choose to invest up to 100% in either of those options. And then you have alternate asset, which is the 4th category. Again, alternate asset is risky. The regulator has put a capping of 5% of your total investment is what you can invest in alternate asset. Now, this is about active investment. So you, again, as an investor in NPS, you have 2 choices. One is active and one is auto. Active choice is where you actually make a choice of asset allocation, right? How much you want to invest in which category. So as an individual, I can choose to invest in multiple asset classes. So I can choose, for example, say 50% in equity and balance in debt instruments. So I can put 50% equity and 25% in government security and the balance 25% in corporate bonds. So this is called active investment. Some of the investors or customers will not be very savvy with the markets. They will not know where to invest the money is. So for those customers who want to be passive, we have auto allocation, where the money gets invested in various asset classes basis your age. Right? So the younger I am, the more equity exposure I have. As we get older, the equity components get reduced and more funds get invested in debt instruments. So you, as a customer, have both the options. You can choose whichever you want.
There's one question which is coming to my mind, Mr. Bhagat, right now, because the kind of volatility that we are seeing in the markets, do I have an option of changing the options that I have given when I started the NPS, and in the current times would like to shift more towards debt and less towards equity? Do I have an option of changing my choices as and when I like to?
Yes. It's a very valid question given the market situation we are in. We have also seen, given the war situation we are in today, we have seen markets being very, very volatile, not only in India, but globally. So in such scenarios, yes, not only, so as an investor or as a customer, you have a choice to change your asset allocation twice a year. And that without bearing any exit loads or entry loads. So suppose today, if I was sitting in higher equity exposure, I can obviously at any given point of time reduce my equity exposure and choose and increase my exposure towards debt instrument, and vice versa given the market situation. So you as a customer have the right to switch between various asset allocation and change your asset allocation given the market conditions. And that you can do it twice in a year.
Who manages my funds? I know the fund manager is there, but what are the bases on which the fund managers really move and invest our money into?
Again, very valid question and a very good question. This is very, very critical for all the customers to understand. When you invest the money goes, the fund managers are appointed by the regulator, that is PFRDA. And these are all big companies. They have very good financial standing. They have very high experience of managing funds, either for a life insurance company or for a mutual fund, as a mutual fund house. I'll talk about us. When we got this opportunity in 2009, our parent company, ICICI Prudential Life Insurance Company, decided that we want to be one of the fund managers. And that is where we started managing money for all the NPS customers who chose us as a fund manager. Now, when this money comes to a fund manager, we also get to know how much money has to be invested in which asset class. Now, there are a lot of restrictions and guidelines to be followed by any fund manager. And these restrictions and guidelines are stipulated by the regulator, keeping in view that these are long-term investments and these investments are for the customer. So that we invest judiciously and we make sure there are no NPS, and we make sure that customers give decent returns over a long period of time without taking too much of risk. For example, in what kind of debt instruments we can invest. So we have to follow ratings. All the debt instruments are rated. So we have to follow those guidelines given by regulator, both in terms of equity. We have to follow how much can we invest in which sector, whether we as a fund manager can invest in group companies or not. So we have very tightly, it's a different subject. We can talk for hours and hours on this subject only. But yes, to give you the comfort and to give you a lot of comfort, I would say that yes, this is one particular area where the regulator is very, very firm on their stand, and we as fund managers are also monitored by the regulator from time to time and report where our investments are, and if there is any deviation, we also have to flag it off to them within reasonable time, so that they can also ask why the deviations were. So broadly, if you look at regulator, why they've done it, from only one motive, that the customer's money is safe and it cannot be invested on the whims and fancies of the fund manager.
Great. There's a great safety net for this product. So what are the clauses for exit from NPS?
Yes, there are many clauses for exit. Exit can happen in three main situations. One is during my working life, at the time of retirement, and on. I'll talk about all the three scenarios. So you can exit from, and fourth scenario is, though you can't exit, but I would also touch upon, you can withdraw money from NPS. That's also allowed. Like we can withdraw money for PF from a provident fund. I can also withdraw money from NPS, governing there are certain conditions, boundary conditions. Under those boundary conditions, we can withdraw. So I'll first talk about the exit, how I can exit. I can exit while I'm in service. Yes, I have to be in NPS scheme for minimum 5 years. Earlier, this was for 10 years. Now the regulator has reduced from 10 years to 5 years, and I can exit the scheme any time after 5 years, right?
Okay.
And when I exit at that point of time, if my corpus is less than 5 lakh rupees, I can withdraw completely that money, 100% tax-free.
Okay.
If for any reason, for example, my corpus size is say 10 lakhs. At that point of time, I can only withdraw 20%, and by balance 80%, I have to buy pension, or I can leave it for the money to grow if I don't want to contribute any further. The choice is yours, right? At the time of retirement, if I exit from NPS, I can withdraw 60% tax-free as commutation. That is cash in hand, and balance 40% I have to buy pension. I have a choice at that point of also that would I like to continue till 75 years of age, or I want to exit now. So that again, the choice is with the customer or the subscriber. The third scenario is in case of death, the entire money is paid to the family. Again, this is tax free in the hands of the nominee, and no questions asked. Coming back to another question, can I withdraw money? Yes, I can withdraw money from NPS. What are the circumstances? I can withdraw money if there's an illness, if I want my children to, I need to build a house, I need it for education purpose.
Okay.
For any reason, I also leaving my job and starting my business, I can withdraw money at that point of time as well. So these are certain conditions on how I can withdraw money from NPS.
Is it mandatory to exit from the NPS at the time of attaining 60 years of age?
No, it is not mandatory. As I said, the outright age limit is 75. So you can stay invested in NPS till age 75. At age 75, you will have to exit. So if you retire at 60, still you can continue to be invested in NPS till 75 years of age. The choice is yours.
Okay. Recently, I've been hearing a lot of news buzz about regulatory changes that might happen as far as the NPS is concerned. What is it all about? I mean, is the buzz is just a news, or is it really coming?
Yeah, there are a lot of changes which have been recently announced, and there are more changes which are coming our way. As I said, this scheme is NPS as a scheme is getting a lot of traction. And I've seen that the regulators are completely having their ears on the ground. They are actually know what customers want, and they are making those changes so that more and more customers can actually invest in NPS. And it becomes a tool for them to not only plan for their retirement, but also to save. Now, coming to what are the changes we are expecting, one biggest change was earlier we could only withdraw from NPS, as I said, after investing for 10 years, but now they said you can withdraw after 5 years. A lot of new things are also coming. For example, we are talking about systematic withdrawal rather than buying annuities. If I want to stay invested and systematically withdraw, why should I go for annuities? So that is also coming. They're also planning to come with minimum guarantee schemes within NPS. So we will also hear about it. We'll get to know very soon that some customers want to invest in not only in market-linked schemes, but they also want to invest in schemes which give you at least minimum return, right? So those kind of schemes are also envisaged in the near future. And regulators are also talking about making the annuity payout completely tax-free. Though they have been trying it for some time, but it has not happened. But that's on the agenda. And obviously, we're looking at more tax benefits in NPS. So all that is expected in some time. And this space is very, very exciting. This is an amazing product to invest in. And as I can see, a lot of people are not aware. And our job is to make sure that more and more people are aware of this scheme and they take full advantage of this product and start investing in this product if they're already not.
And I'm sure recent changes will make it more attractive for our new investors who would be interested in investing in NPA. What happens to the investment on the demise if there's a sad demise of the subscriber? Would he get a lump sum amount?
Yes. So as I earlier mentioned as well, in terms of death, unfortunate death of the member, the entire money is paid to the nominee, and that too tax-free. There's no tax incidence on that.
Will the corpus amount in the NPA account be taxed if one plans to withdraw it in a lump sum?
It depends what time you withdraw it, right? If you're withdrawing from NPS at the time of retirement or before retirement, so at the time of retirement, 60% is tax-free completely. So it's a EE scheme, exempt. So the entire investment becomes tax-free. Whatever you withdraw becomes tax-free. Only the component, the annuity, that is the monthly income for you, which is pension, is taxable, right? But the other thing, everything is tax-free. But if you withdraw or exit the scheme before retirement age, that is where 20% you can withdraw, that is tax-free. 80% you have to buy pension, and pension, as I said, is treated as income in the hands of the customer or employee, and it is treated, it is taxed at your tax slab, whatever tax slab you fall in, right? 10%, 20%, 30%, depending on how much overall income you have. So have I answered your question?
Yeah. Mr. Bhagat, tell me one thing. I mean, youngsters are getting into investment mode now. They now have financial awareness. What is the right age to start an NPS scheme? Is there the early you start, the more benefit you get?
Absolutely. It's again a very good question. It's a very valid question. A lot of youngsters might be feeling that, I'm too young today. Should I start investing in NPS? I would say the sooner the better, because what works for you is power of compounding, right? If I take two examples, if a person who is 25 years of age or 30 years of age, for example, right? If you're contributing 10,000 rupees, just example, I might be slightly wrong in the overall math, but I'll want to tell you that at 30, if you start investing 10,000 rupees till 60, if your corpus is 4 crores, if you start at 40 and you start investing the same amount for next 20 years, your corpus will be half. So that's the power of compounding. And the sooner you invest, the better. Doesn't matter how much amount, but start investing, start building, put aside a small portion of this money for your retirement. I know a lot of people start thinking about retirement age 35 when they become parents and they have taken a home loan or car loan. After that hits them, but it's prudent, always prudent to start early.
Is there a minimum amount to start your scheme with?
Just 500 rupees.
Oh,
so it's as
anybody can spare that.
Anyone can spare 500 rupees and you can invest in it. But the idea is to obviously build a larger corpus, so you can put a specific amount, say 500, 1,000, 2,000. And if you don't have it at one point of time, you can do it at multiple installments. You can start with the SIP, SIP. Every month, 500 rupees go into your account, 6,000 rupees you'll save on a yearly basis. So totally up to you, how you want to do it.
Mr. Bhagat, one last question. There are so many schemes in the market as far as the retirement schemes are concerned. Your insurance people, your mutual fund guys, they're all, offering these kinds of schemes. How is NPS, more good a scheme to invest in if you compare with the other schemes which are already in the market?
Yeah. NPS is very unique. First, it gives you a lot of investment options, and you can switch between those options without any exit and entry load. If I were to compare it with the mutual fund company, mutual fund will give you an option to invest in equity or debt, right? They will not give you one product where you can invest in different asset classes at the same time, whereas NPS gives you that, right? So this is one distinct advantage which NPS has. Plus, at what cost do you invest? The cost is hardly any. It is the lowest cost product available in the world, available globally. Right? I can say it with so much conviction because the fund management charge is very, very low. It is even lower than the index funds. So that's second advantage. Third advantage is gives you the option of saving tax by investing in this product, right? So it's a combination of investment, tax saving, low cost of investment. Plus, is this just a pension product? No. This is, you can save for your pension through tier 1 accounts. So I didn't talk about it, but I like to, since you asked this question.
Yeah, please.
And this comes with two options, tier 1 and tier 2. Tier 1 is where you get all the tax benefits. So this is your pension account. Tier 2 account is optional, where you can open along with tier 1. So tier 2 is optional. Tier 2 is where you can invest any given point of time and withdraw any given point. It's like your bank account or any savings account, right? It will also give you the same asset classes to invest in at the low cost possible. And you can use this product. Tier 2 can be used to invest like you invest in mutual funds, and that too at a very, very low cost. And if you need to withdraw money, you can always withdraw money without any question asked. So this the only product where you get tax benefits, which gives you a lot of flexibility. like you can choose your asset allocation, you can choose your fund manager. You don't like the service provider, you can change your service provider.
Okay.
And all of the access is through app, through login based, web based application. You can change your you can put a lot of, you want to change your asset allocation, you can change it online. You want to change your email ID online, you can do that. You want to change your nomination, you can do that. So all the services are available online. You don't have to call anywhere. So it's a kind of a self-service product where you can not only monitor investment, also do a lot of service requests if the need be. And that's why this product is very, very unique, because it gives you so much of flexibility, so much of options, and that too at a very, very minimal cost.
Mr. Bhagat, I have decided to open an account. Now, if I have to open an account, what is the document that you would need and how do I go about it as far as the ICICI is concerned?
It's a very simple process. You go to ICICI Securities. ICICIdirect is offering all its customers to open an NPS account. If you're a new customer, then you'll have to submit your KYC documents and your update your bank details along with a photograph, and fill one application form, which should just take not more than 10 minutes. If you're already a customer of ICICI Securities, then it's pretty simple. All the documents are already there, right? You have to just log into your account and look for NPS and say, I want to simply subscribe for NPS. You fill in the minimum details, choose your asset allocation, give your nomination, and submit, and you will get your account will get operational in 24 hours.
You have cleared a lot of my queries about NPS. Thank you very much, Mr. Bhagat, for your time.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you everyone for listening to us. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.